Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmaker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmaker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Hebrew Bible. I use the King James Version of the Christian Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel from the scattered testimony of the various prophets of the Old Testament. What I came up with was the year 2020 in a book called The Book of Zion, written entirely in Bible verse. In order to publish the Book of Zion, which was the last thing on my to-do list, I had to also write the Potsmoker's Bible and publish it along with the Prophecy of Israel, because the Prophecy of Israel is not my own writing. It is the writing of the prophets themselves. All I did was put it in order in a way that can be understood, as instructed by the prophet Isaiah. Today I'm reading from the 20th chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the 17th chapter of the Book of Zion. I'm going to take up where I left off. I'm talking about my people and our dire situation. Only we are ridiculed for our way of life. Our homes are taken from us and sold to strangers. The prophets go to the state. What other minority group are subject to their children being taken from them? Who else has so many bastards with no fathers to raise them? And is that our fault? And our single mothers must live as if they were widows, with no husbands to provide for their young. Everyone pays for wood and water. But who else is subject to laws that restrict their chosen form of entertainment? I've already proven that these things are true. This brings us to Psalms 119, 134, which is Zion 17:29. Deliver me from the oppression of men, so will I keep thy precepts. Um, Psalms says that Zion's job is to gather her people that are oppressed and to teach them their hidden truth. Together, when they call on the gray to come, by proof of their claims of divine right to get high, having pledged to keep God's laws and his precepts. Then the gray will come to keep their promise, to return, to save their people. Psalms 35:10-12 becomes Zion 17:30-32. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from he that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They rewarded me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul. Psalms 13:10-12 closes this chapter. Who, gray, are like you? Who you, who come to deliver the poor from those who are too strong for him? Only a true living alien God can make real what is written of them. The plight of my people is dire. I, as a child of Zion, didn't know why my life was so hard, or why my desire to smoke a plant was so wrong. But now that I've put the testimony of the prophets together, I know my people need the help of God. Without them, we are not strong enough to prove our innocence. But with the gray's appearance, the danger will end. No amount of gold, silver, or dollar bills can save the foolish from the things that they themselves have created. The wealthy people who rule over the poor will have no strong God to save them. They will only have their gods that are idols, because they have already destroyed themselves, and their gods are not real. Which brings us to my favorite part, the actual reading of the prophecy itself without interruption, as it was written by the prophets, in the correct order. Chapter 17, Neither their silver nor their gold. I cried unto thee, O Lord. I said, Thou art my refuge, and my portion in the land of the living. Attend to my cry, for I am brought very low. Deliver me from my persecutor, for they are stronger than I am. Bring my soul out of prison, that I may praise thy name. The righteous shall compass me about, for thou shalt deal bountifully with me. For thou hast been a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from heat, when the terrible ones are as a storm against the wall. Thou shalt bring down the strength of the strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat with the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. Woe unto them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named the chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. Woe unto her that is filthy and polluted, to an oppressing city. She obeyeth not the voice, she receiveth not correction, she turneth not to the Lord, she draw not near to her God. Her princes within her were roaring lions, her judges are even wolves. They gnaw not the bones to the marrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of wickedness. Let them all be confounded, and turn back that hate Zion. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Yea, ye that put far away the evil day, and cause the seed of violence to come near. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times, and a dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heavens shall be given to the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him. All ye beasts of the field come to devour, all ye beasts of the forests. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. They are all greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one to his own gain, from his own quarter. Come ye, they say, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundantly. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder. For before these days there was no hire for men, nor any hire for beasts, neither was there any peace to him that went out, nor came in, because of the affliction. For I set all men, every one against his neighbor. Yet they tempted and provoked the Most High God, and kept not his testimonies. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our homes to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. Deliver me from the oppression of men. So will I keep thy precepts. All my bones shall say, Lord, who is like unto thee, which delivereth the poor from he that is too strong for him, yea, the poor and the needy from him that spoileth him. False witnesses did rise up. They laid to my charge things that I knew not. They reward me evil for good, to the spoiling of my soul. Thus ends the 20th chapter of the Potsmacher's Bible and the 17th chapter of the Book of Zion. This chapter is about the wealthy and the things that they have done within the governments of the United States of America and all those governments which follow after them. They have let greed, self-grandiosement, and self-determination lead them down the path of destruction. They have replaced the true, living, alien gods who from the heavens came with idols of wood and stone and dollar bills. And the prophecy of Israel, the actual words of the actual prophets of the actual Israelite people 3,000 years ago tell us that Donald Trump is the crudest, most base of men, and that his fall from power is going to destroy America in a sort of destruction. Because no matter how much money, gold, and silver the people, the wealthy 1% have, it will not save them from God's wrath. COVID-19 does not care how much money you have in your bank account or whose desk you sit behind, what your title and privilege is. It'll kill you just the same. That is God's wrath. And we, who are the poor, who suffer the most at your hands, are the ones that God's here to protect and save. And very, very soon, they will walk among us. We will see their environmental suit-clad bodies walking the face of the earth, proclaiming to one and all that my people, the pot smokers and drug addicts of the world, are actually the living children of the Most High God of Israel, the Great. We alone have been trained to be in a position to become worthy of them. We are not worthy of them at this time, but we have the means to do so. So if you use drugs, if you're poor, homeless, deprived, under the gun, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you become worthy of them. Make your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Decide what you want to do with the rest of your life, what guild you're going to join, because it's going to be awesome. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote the books. I love you way too much to ever say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.